Alright, I am back after 8 to 9 days after not making a video. Uh, and on today's episode of My Opinion on Things, today is number 18, and I wanna start off by just talking about my opinion on things such as views and fame. And I'm talking about, like, fame as a whole and, getting recognized for things. And this can apply to anything that has to do with fame. Like, you can be famous for something, and you might get a lot of people, getting like attention from you doing things as well. But my opinion is kind of like a double-sided sword, or double-edged sword, as you can say. I want to make stuff. I want to stream. I want to create videos. I want to have fun. And I know you can do that without needing to become famous or make tons of views from it. But I feel like as things goes on, like the more content you start pushing out for the masses to see, I feel like, sure, getting a lot of fans, getting a lot of attention, views, getting heard on the internet is, important for your own channel growth and such, and also other platforms that you're associating yourself with. But to me, I don't do this for views, I don't do it for fame, I don't do it for money. I do this because it's simply a fun little thing. If I wanted to make money, I would have become a totally different person from what I am. I would I would do anything to get absurd amounts of money, and I would really be a different person, to say the least. But I'm not a person who condone um, such things as gambling, case opening, pack opening, betting or anything like that. I don't condone any of it. And if I am doing it, I am doing it simply because I want to have my fun for the time being. I'm not looking forward to opening packs, opening cases, looking at gambling and stuff. That is not what I am using the internet for. I'm using it for other things. Like, I want to escape the world. That's what internet is built for, and that's how I see it. It's like, I want to be able to go on the internet, look at what I want, and just escape. Not having to deal with anything that is going on right now that is, that is negatively impacting my enjoyment. And I have seen a lot of things on the internet. I've seen, like, from the most wholesome to the worst. Um, and I prefer to be on the more better side of things. Not that I am scared of, like, the more darker, gruesome truths about the internet and the world. That I'm not scared of. It's just more like I don't want to see it. I don't want to, you know, talk about it. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to even watch it because it's not something I'm interested in. I'm interested in the fun, the innocent, the moments that makes you laugh, basically. That's why I kinda despise the whole personality thing on the internet. It's like, sure, we all have a personality, we all have an alias, but when you become big and you get a viral clip and you gain a ton of views and a ton of fans and a ton of fame, and you get all of these like big recognition stuff coming your way, I feel like a lot of people say they wouldn't change, but then when the big money hits, they would change. But for me, it's like I'm friends with people who are content creators. Um, I'm friends with people who stream. I'm friends with people who is like working on stuff on the internet. I'm just a random guy in the like in reality of things. Like we're all just random people. Um, and sure, I talk to some of these people that I'm friends with that are making stuff, creating stuff, streaming, whatever. One example is I'm friends with Anomaly and Rad and all of those like great people. And I'm also friends with other people who are friends with them. Not everyone, but a couple of them. Good example, Captain Gecko. He's a very nice guy, very nice person actually. Um, he doesn't do anything evil towards someone who hasn't done anything bad, and no one should do that. But Captain Gecko is a perfect example where he is known in his community. Like he's a big streamer. Like he's not the Kaiser nut size of the streamer, but he's like he has a large following on Twitch. Same with Anomaly. They both have big following. Sure, Captain Gecko doesn't stream that much because of life and other things, but that's besides the point. Still, Captain Gecko is like the first like streamer that I befriended, like before I got to befriend Anomaly, basically. But Gecko is great. He's a great guy. He's just a chill dude, okay, and I respect that, and he doesn't care about fame or recognition, like getting like he doesn't care about getting like huge on streaming because he has important things in life to do, and he wants he wants to live a comfortable life, so that's why I'm kind of like, okay, cool. Then I have other people, but I don't want to throw everyone in here in case they find this video and then they're like kind of shell shocked that I mentioned them and stuff, and I didn't want that. So, Captain Gecko and Anomaly is like two examples I want to give because they're my friends. I'm considering Anomaly a friend, even though we have only spoken a few times. I'm still considering friends, sure. I know people would probably say like, yeah, all of the crazy stuff like conspiracies and stuff, and trying to persuade me into believing them, but I don't do that stuff. But the whole point with views and fame for me is like, if you get a lot of views and you get very popular, I've always said this, you should always remember the ones that came before that, like the ones that was there before you got big. Those are the real, like, the people who support you and is there for you when you blow up and stuff. I know people use that term, I guess, but but when someone becomes big, they should always have the memory of the people who came and supported the person way before the fame is basically what I'm saying, and way before someone started racking up the views. That's my whole principle of like being internet famous. Like, if you remember the ones that was there from the start, those are the real people. Like, um, that will always be the real people, because a lot of people, when they have big, like when they're big on the internet and stuff, and they stream, they make content, like they have a lot of people who, subscribe to them, follow them, um, interacting and stuff. Most of them are there for, attention. Like if they don't get the attention, they will go away. And, you know, sure, I'm not saying every streamer, every content creator, every person on the internet that is big and famous should interact with every viewer or fan, but, keeping the day ones, the ones that was there from the start, like the ones that is a reoccurring, fan, whether you make content or where you stream, like you should be remembering those who were there to support, no matter what, no matter how good or bad it got. Like those are the real fans. Those are the real people that you should have around. I know there's a lot of people who got who um gets big, get a viral clip, they make money from it, they get all of this crazy stuff, and then it all turns 180, and they suddenly like forgets about their early fans, and their like the day ones. They do complete switch up. It's crazy. It really is. But yeah, it's what I wanted to talk about, and you know the drill. There's no likes, there's no comments, and I would say there's no views on this, but I don't know, I don't care. I do this for fun. I don't do this for the fame or the views or the money. I don't do this for all that stuff. I do this simply because I enjoy it. I get to do something, and it's free, so yeah. That's it for me. My opinion on things number 18, views and fame. Now you know that. So yeah, until next time, I'm out of here, and yeah, I will catch you when I make a new video. So yeah, see ya.